r/Niceguy Stories by Redmond ETS. This is a compilation of 3 nice guy stories. Here goes. A friend of 8 years finally shows his colors. This just happened today and I still don't know how to take it. English is not my first language, so I'm sorry for any grammatical errors. I, 24 female, have been friends with Chris, 26 male, for 8 years now. We've been to high school together and actually stopped meeting, while still in contact by texts, for 4 years. For the past 2 years, we've been hanging out. At the start of October, he stopped replying to my texts. Up until then we'd go out to have coffee or maybe go to the movies once or twice a month. It was pretty chill, we would have fun and catch up on each other's life. I got worried since I knew that his mom wasn't doing great, so I tried to reach out in the meantime, but the only clipped answers I got were from the past week saying that he's been busy, so I didn't pry further. Today, out of nowhere, I get a long text from him saying that he's had enough of me. At the beginning of October, he asked me to go dance with him, clubbing, and I was all for it until I actually got to that day. I had my braces fixed and tightened so they were really hurting me. If you had them, you know how much it can hurt, and I'd actually been to the gym, so I was exhausted, on new meds for my hormone levels, and in pain from the braces. I told him I wasn't feeling it anymore, and he said it was totally fine. His next point was that he felt like I was just trying to fish for excuses so I wouldn't go out with him and that he'd been considering it as a pseudo date. That he felt like I was using him for rides and even though we've been dating, it wasn't going anywhere and I was just taking advantage of him. Thing is, I never even thought we were dating. He never showed any interest in me that way, and I'm not naive. I know a sign when I see one. He was even telling me about how he was seeing this other girl he wanted to date, showed me her pic, and such. I also paid often for meals, tickets, cinema, and other things. I'm no freeloader and I even offered to pay for the gas cause it did happen that I asked him for a ride a couple of times. He didn't want any money, even though I insisted, but I did end up paying for meals, which is fair. After that, he thanked me for wasting 2 years of his life cause I never shown interest. Maybe because I don't have any interest in him? I only ever saw him as a friend. I replied laughing and telling him to have nice holidays before blocking him. I'm honestly speechless cause I wouldn't have ever seen it coming from him. We were getting along very well. Not to mention we planned to ski together and rent a cottage to share. Gives me the creeps just to think about it. Maybe it was a really good thing that this happened now and not then. Nice guy upset at me for coming out as gay. I, 20 female, recently, at the time, broke up with my girlfriend of 1 year. At that time I believed I was bi so I tried to date men again, went on a date with a guy, 28, and we slept together and dated for a week. I felt off the entire time and after getting him to leave my apartment under the pretense of being sick I texted him saying I don't think it'll work out. He's a very sweet guy etc but I've come to the realization I'm gay. He then goes on a massive tangent about how women don't want nice guys and I'd have continued to date him if he was an asshole. If only he was hotter then went quiet for a few days only to come back and go off on me again. Of course I realize over text kinda thing can't have felt nice but I'm a small relatively weak woman and we have to be careful. If he reacted like that over text I don't wanna know how he'd have acted in person. It's been a few months now and I still look back and cringe but I'm now in a happy relationship with a woman so happy ending you know. The most polite way to ask for nudes. A guy from university sent this text to my friend after she gave him absolutely no sign of interest whatsoever. Good morning Ellie, how are you doing? I'm sending this message and you can read it when you have the time and energy. First of all, I apologize for anything that might have happened recently, whether it's something I said, how I said it, or anything about my behavior. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable in any way. I'm sending this to you because you're one of the only 2 people I feel comfortable sharing this with. So, since I feel comfortable sending this to you, you have the freedom to respond to me honestly and however you'd like. As I mentioned, things have been tough for me lately. I won't go into the details right now, but I will say that it has made me even more honest and sincere in my day-to-day life, about everything. I don't know how you reacted the other day when I asked you out, or if your silence was already your answer, but I'll ask again just to be sure and not bother you with it anymore. I don't know how you feel about this regarding me, but I've always had a sexual desire for you. Please Ellie, this doesn't mean that I don't value our friendship. I even used to talk to my ex about the possibility of the three of us getting together someday. Anyway, I just wanted to know if you'd like to make out with me someday, do something more or just chat, which I would already love. And also, since I use this sexual aspect to deal with my problems, if you would even send me nudes. That's it Ellie, I'm sending this because I wanted to, and feel free to respond however you'd like. And of course, know that I will never use or abandon you for this, and that everything I have done and will do was not just for this. I wrote this message in a way that I hope will make you feel comfortable because I know how you are when it comes to men, so you can be sure that everything I have done, do, and will do will always be with the idea of keeping you comfortable, and everything will be reciprocal. That's it Ellie, kisses and have a great Sunday. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.